Usually we try to recognize officers who do a really good job at the board meetings, but the board meetings are so jam packed. A lot of times, things get pushed back several months, and quite honestly, it still it doesn't do the officer any good. Especially doesn't do the victim any good, especially when they take time out to say what a good job, recognize what a good job the officer has done. And so, under my report, I would like to bring these type of incidents to the attention of the Citizen Review Board. And today we have the detective who's being recognized for her compassionate and professional service in comforting a stabbing victim on September 8th at our Balboa Park Station. Her investigative work resulted in a successful arrest of an attempt murder suspect. Her attentiveness to detail to the victim made him feel comfortable, safe, and still willing to continue to use the BART system. I think I mentioned this at, I think it was at the last meeting that this occurred. And in that interim, the victim actually wrote us a letter complimenting the officer and was willing to come forward. And, you know, I would like to recognize the detective, but also give the victim an opportunity to speak to you on the impression that the officer made.
Thank you very much for having me today. It was September 8th at 6:09 when I was getting on BART. I travel it every day to work. And someone came up from behind me, completely unprovoked, and stabbed me in the neck. He just barely missed my jugular vein. I might not be here today. I wrote the letter in behalf of the BART agent, who was a great help to me, and I believe that he saved my life, and also Ravi. When I was in General Hospital, well, this is not something that happens to me every day. And the state of shock that I was in, and I was placed in a room after I was treated, and Ravi took my statement. She took it in a very professional way, a very caring way. She also confiscated all of my clothes. I haven't got them back yet. Thankfully, I had an extra pair of clothes brought to me. She was very compassionate. She was very helpful. I could hear when my family arrived out in the hallway, along with the nurse who was attending, that Ravi was speaking to them, reassuring them that I was okay. They weren't sure what they were going to see when they came into the room. My wound had not been dressed yet. It was still bleeding a little bit. It had some stitches. And she was very caring, very professional. And I really felt it was important to recognize her. I feel it's also very, very important to recognize the BART police. I saw when I was still at the BART station waiting for the medics to arrive that there were police there. They were BART police, and they were taking a statement from a woman who was on the bus. She frequently travels the same bus as I do. I have since met her, and we ride on the bus on BART together. This incident happened to me on a Thursday, and I said to my family at the hospital, this doesn't stop me from riding BART any more than 9/11 stops me from getting on an airplane. But the important thing for me is that these police need to be there to hear people suggesting that because of a couple of incidents that we should not have BART police in the system. If the BART police were not in the system, where would I be today? I'm here to thank Ravi personally for her part, for all the BART police in their part in coordination with the San Francisco police who found this man and brought him to the hospital within 2 hours for me to identify him. This woman kept me informed the entire time as to what was going on. And there was a point she came in, she said, the police are here, they say they have a man in the back seat of a car. Would you be willing to identify him? I said, bring the SOB in. So, again, I just want to thank the BART police. Please don't go anywhere. stay in the system. I continue to ride the system. I got on BART Monday morning following, and I continue to ride it. And I'm proud to ride it. It's a good system. It's a very, very good system. I rely on it. I go all the way from San Francisco to Concord and back. It's very, very dependable. And I'm especially grateful now because of what has happened to me. I have a real, real appreciation for BART staff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is our certificate of recognition for Ravi.
iPhone will do. It's my professional photography.
I just want to say, all of us as police officers, when you first start, it's always in the back of our mind that the reason we started this job is because we want to help people. And just meeting you and being able to share this story with all of my colleagues and you writing the letter, just the effect that it's had on our department, I want to thank you. And you've just, I think, just renewed what we're here for all of us. I really appreciate it. And I'm so glad you're doing well.